Bortle here. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Hello, Bortle Nation. I'm going to be displaying my deck profile, deck list that I've used this past weekend's Rocky Mountain Collectibles Mega Case Charity event. I had a huge blast at that event, man. It felt like a mini YCS, definitely regional feeling. And to hear and see so many familiar faces, like as far as the TO goes, and some judge staff, you know, shout out to Richard, to fire off the single solo event Saturday. 9 rounds of Swiss and top 16 played it out. Following day, a huge 3v3 event, over 60 teams, man. That was just crazy. 6 rounds of Swiss of that. Unfortunately, I bubbled out on both days. That's right. Finishing with 6 wins, 3 losses for the Saturday event. And then Sunday, our team unfortunately lost the last round of Swiss, finishing X2. No X2s topped the Sunday's 3v3 event. The event overall was just ridiculous. We were giving out just packs at random for just random like things. I'm gonna go ahead and give out the spoiler for round 1. I was facing the clock, so every person facing the clock won some packs. I think this might have been it right here. These packs are pretty cool, man. It's from the new Synchro Storm all the way to Rise of the Duelist, Eternity Code, Dawn of Majesty. Haven't opened them yet. Might have to do that eventually or one day. You know what? For funsies, I'm gonna open up an Eternity Code so we can see if we can pull like, you know, this badass Axis code. So overall, the event was just insane, guys. It was just crazy. Unfortunately, super rare right there. But yeah, I just loved it. Huge shout out to the people running the event, the RMC, their staff, the owner. If you're ever in the Denver, Colorado area, make sure to check out their next one. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact information for that. Hopefully someone will comment down below and let Bortle Nation know when's the next event. Great meeting people over there as well. I did trade a couple of Team Bortle playmats to some people that wanted to support the channel. And that was within 30 minutes, man. Wish I brought more. Had so many people asking for that stuff, man. You just gotta hit me up directly at Team Bortle. So yeah, and I just want to give a huge shout out to PPG for sponsoring this trip. Had a pretty cool experience overall, you know, flying to IRL events again. You know, we're gearing up for the YCS events coming out in the 2022 year. I can't wait, man. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. Make sure to check out PPG's next Pro Tour event. It's gonna be in December, right, in Ohio, so make sure to follow that. We'll have all the information down below, guys. And huge shout out to my teammates, right? We had subforbortle 3.0, and obviously we had Campos sitting in the middle, had Joey sitting in the C, and I was the captain at A. So yeah, they played extremely well. I think Joey finished X1 overall, only losing once, and it was unfortunately at the end of Swiss. So this is going to be my final list, the list I used for the 3v3, because the solo event for Saturday, even though there was like about 300 players, we did do very well. 6 wins, and our 3rd loss was in the last round of Swiss. So again, 9 rounds of Swiss, that's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. You need to understand, man, that's like 9 hours of just playing, man. So let's do a little giveaway, guys. I want to give away a play set of every Ultra B-Trooper related card from Burst of Destiny. Just comment down below, hashtag subforbortle 3.0. That sounds nice. All in one word, no spaces, nothing. So one lucky person, I'm gonna ship this out to you with tracking. Let's go. And without further ado, let's just jump right into our deck profile. Whoa, what kind of deck profile? This is an Artifact Traptrix deck profile. That's right, guys. We went back to the roots. Featuring DPE. Huge game-changing card that card was. Man, being able to turn off your Imperial Order or popping your scythe, it was just ridiculous. Alright, so we played the Triple Mantis, maximizing our starters. We wanted to start with either Murmillo or Mantis. And we played 2 Dionea and 1 Vesiculo. That's it for the Traptrix lineup. No Atrix here. We didn't focus on Culario combo. Obviously, if you open with this and this, that right there is kind of full combo to some extent. And going forward, I may have to cut it to 8 Traptrix monsters, guys, because there were several games where I would open like 3 or 4 Traptrix monsters. I don't know how it happened. That is insane. You don't want to open up a ton of monsters because you want to follow up and do the draw 2 effect with your Celestial, right? So yeah, that's my lineup there, guys. Overall, hopefully you know what they do by now, and if not, check out an older video. So many players didn't really know what Traptrix did. Weird. And we played triple parallel exceed. You have to maximize this card out. It's one of your combo pieces, guys. So definitely 3 of those. And for our hand traps, we played triple Ash Blossom. It's just a generic card, and also hitting other TPE decks. This hits Fusion Destiny, great card, love it. And we played Nibiru. This is one of the changes I did from going from day 1 to day 2. Day 1 being Saturday, day 2 being the 3v3 Sunday event. I like Nibiru for day 2 definitely, because I was lucky enough to hit Nibiru with the Dasher effect in the graveyard, so having the extra 3,000 body was pretty crazy. And it's just a very highly impactful hand trap, so shout out to Joey for mentioning this. And a huge shout out for Joey Lynch, man. He helped out with the template overall and to whatever changes. Obviously, he wanted us to, to top and everything. Unfortunately, I punted the ball, losing to Noah's 3v3 team on Sunday at the last round. He destroyed me with his Live Twin Dogmatica deck. It was just crazy, man. And our last hand trap / artifact monster, Artifact Lancia. This in the main deck was ridiculous. It stole games against games I probably should have won, but it was against like Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade was hugely popular because the Tri-Brigade / Bird engine was out there, so shout out to this. And Scythe as well. Scythe was just crazy. It overperformed. Obviously, people were very well prepared for the artifact stuff, Artifact Scythe in this tournament. They had the Cosmic Cyclone, Chalices were out there, so yeah, they were just prepared for the Scythe stuff just because of, it was very popular in the Phantom Knights deck. And then obviously our DPE stuff, Celestial and Dasher. Great cards, man. This makes you draw 2 the following turn. That's it for the monster lineup. It was pretty perfect. Whoa, already. Y'all are probably already going, Bortle, where is Lord of Heavenly Prison? Where is the boss monster guy? Oh, man, it might be in the side deck, so let's keep going. Our spells, we played Triple Prosperity. By now, you need to know I'm always hitting for 6, unless my hand already has the God combo. So, yeah, we were always hitting for 6. Fusion Destiny, man, one of the best cards in this entire list. This is just crazy. Being able to go combo, right, and then ending with DPE for basically free if the stuff's in your deck. Really crazy, man. Unfortunately, I did brick a couple times. Obviously, you'll have one in your hand. Leave it in your hand. You wanted to get it out the hand with the Fusion Destiny. Moving forward, let's just jump right into our traps. Shade Brigandine, obviously you gotta max it out. This is a combo version of Traptrix by all means. Artifact Sanctum, maxed it out. This card is iffy second. Obviously, it's amazing going first. But as far as iffy going second, if you were lucky enough to stun your opponent with your hand traps, this can be amazing because this seals the game. Infinite Impermanence, more hand traps. We played like 9 hand traps in this deck, so you have to play one of the best ones. That's a trap / monster effect. Obviously, in the past, I wasn't so fond of this one because it shuts down Shade Brigandine. But hey, man, if you need to do it, you do it. And it's really great going second as well if you're just holding it to like negate like, an Appaloosa or something for your turn. So really great stuff right there. So for more traps, Ice Dragon's Prison. The main reason why I kept it is because it's chainable. There's a reason why I went to this these 2 cards right here, because they're chainable to like blowout cards like Evenly Matched, Lightning Storm, Twin Twister. You can chain these 2 because for Twin Twister, they're discarding something for cost. So if they discard a monster, you get to at least special summon that monster or banish it, or a hand trap they activated on your turn. So that's why I opted these 2. This is an out to Dragoon, IDP, so good stuff. That's my main reasoning, because if I were to set a Torrential Tribute and it gets Twin Twister, that's it, man. No more, you can't chain it to resolve your Sarah effects. So that's why I opted to play these 2. And then Scythe is a really strong card now, definitely against, Sword Soul, just all the decks out there that need their extra deck. Our trap holes, I played 2 Gravediggers and 1 Floodgate trap hole. This is the correct ratio. You must play at least 3. I tried in the past with 2. You gotta play 3 trap holes, man. If you start off with Murmillo as your starter, you already searched the one. If you brick and open one, that's another one. And now you only have one left to set with Sarah going forward. So yeah, 3 copies. That's all you need. I'm not really fond of the Void Trap Hole or was it Nightmare Trap Hole, because it's very situational, and you're not always going to meet the requirements. This is basically Book of Moon when your opponent summons something. And this clashed with Torrential Tribute too, so that's why I never really liked Floodgate with Torrential Tribute, because you're setting something and then you're still going to blow it up with Torrential. Shout out to this card. It burned for 2k. It did its job. Hits a lot of Tri-Brigade decks, you know, and sometimes Sourceful as well if they're doing the hand effects. So Gravedigger's really nice. And our last card, Imperial Order. Whoo, man. This card was great. I can turn it off whenever I want with DPE if I needed to, you know. Stole a lot of games. Another form of protection, you know, for like Twin Twisters, blowout cards. And just the feeling to hit a Forbidden Droplet for 3 with Imperial Order is ridiculous. So that's the main deck. 42 cards. Some of y'all may hate on that ratio, but basically my 42 cards were Nibiru's. They were these were the 2 cards that I just threw in there because I wanted to fit more bombs in my side deck, so you'll see why. But you can cut these 2 out to make it the perfect 40 if you wish, or just run 42. It's up to you. Again, this is just a template, so y'all get to understand why I play certain cards and the reasonings behind them, you know. Had a great time running this deck. So let's go ahead and talk about the extra deck. I played the DPE engine, no surprise there, Verde and Phoenix Enforcer. The main reasoning why this was just so amazing overall this weekend's tournament is because if your opponent Ash Blossoms your Sarah combo, if they stop you, your fallback play is to make Verde Anaconda summoning DPE. DPE will do a lot more work than just a Sarah and a Shade Brigadine or a Traptrix monster or Parallel Exceed on the field. It's very amazing, very overpowered, one of the best cards from Burst of Destiny. You need this card going forward. It's crazy. Triple Sarah. The third one was just an easy Pot of Prosperity target. Rarely comes out, so you need to at least have, you know, your 2. We played Link Spider for the Nibiru token, and obviously for Shade Brigadine because it will come up to where you have Shade Brigadine and Parallel Exceed, no Traptrix monsters. It's so weird how that comes up, man, but it comes up. And then we played Artifact Dagda. This card's really nice. And in all honesty, I totally forgot the last effect right there. Great effect. I could have done it a couple times and I just didn't do it. But I still won that game. Shout out to Mount Fuji. But yeah, read your cards, guys. You're going to learn a lot just by reading. But unfortunately, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so it was never reading. Nightmare Phoenix, some Nightmare stuff right here. Just great generic ones overall. You know, you just need 2 different monsters. Doesn't need to be an effect, so really great making it with tokens. Good stuff. You need this guy to make your Axis Code Talker nice and beefy. Unfortunately, this was my Axis Code Talker. I wanted to just part ways with it because of the new gold set. Our rank 4s, we have Rafflesia and Allomeris. Allomeris came up a lot because there were certain times where I would just have Parallel Exceed and Traptrix. Those 2 cards, you can end with an extra trap hole in the back row, but you'll need Allomeris to do so. Allomeris combo with the Parallel Exceed, right? Because special summoning the Traptrix monster that's in the graveyard because I made the Sarah with it. By doing that, you trigger Sarah to where you can set a trap hole from your deck. Unfortunately, you're wasting your Allomeris doing that, but it gains you a trap hole. That was a really cool combo. It came up several times. Wow, this card right here. Drill Driver Vespinato. In day 1, I had a situation where I would make a blind Rafflesia. I'm not sure why, but I would do it, and it would just sit there for a couple turns. So many times I would wish I could summon I cut out Kularia. Yep, you don't see Traptrix Kularia in this list to make room for Vespinato, because Kularia, its main purpose was prosperity target. I'm not playing Edge Treks. I didn't want to end with Kularia and Sarah and Rafflesia for this deck list. I wanted to end with DPE on the field. So Kularia basically turned into the Anaconda play. So in this specific list, you don't need Caleria, so that's why I was able to cut Caleria day 1 into day 2 for Vespinato. And then Time Thief for Doer, you must play this. It's one of your outs to Dragoon, out to cards that are untargetable. You know, its effect's really good. And it's a pretty cool blind card to go into if you summon 5 or more cards, and you can chain it to Nibiru if they try to Nibiru your ass. And then Zeus. So that's the extra deck. Let's go into our side deck. Yeah, we played triple Droll. Dryton's still a deck out there, and this is pretty good against the bird deck. You already know. And then Lancia, these are my other 2 copies. Unfortunately, for day 1, I lost to Dinosaurs of all decks in the last round. 9th round, Dinosaurs. Shout out to that guy. He stomped me, man, and I could not see a Lancia to save my life. We were maining it, I believe, and we were siding the other 2. I always threw these ends. For that game 2, I threw these guys ends. I just couldn't see it. Dinosaurs always have been a problem for Traptrix, unfortunately, and we just couldn't see Lancia. And then our third Nibiru in the side deck, guys, so there you have it. Triple Solemn Judgment. I do not like maining this card. I despise it because it doesn't trigger Sarah, and that's half your life points. Obviously, if I know I'm going first, I will throw these bad boys in because it stops everything, you know? Life points are not really important for games 2 and 3 if you have plenty of time on the board. And then Evenly Matched. We're talking about our bombs. This card overperformed. It baited a lot of negates, getting rid of stuff. The cool thing is, I was prepared for my opponents to activate this card against me because I was maining the Artifact Engine, both Alancia and Sanctums. So if I heard a Battle Phase, alright, Battle Phase is cool. Let me chain my Sanctum, special summoning Lancia from the deck, or if I'm lucky, I had Lancia in my hand already. And that was just a really cool feeling overall, just to be able to outplay this card. Another bomb, Lightning Storm. Day 1, I was not playing this card. Day 2, thankfully, I threw this in. It made games against Alter guys so much easier. Even combo decks, this can do some work too, because you're forcing negates, or you're getting rid of like problematic back row attack position monsters. That was my deck overall. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Whoa. Back the truck up, Bortle. Where the hell is Lord of Heavenly Prison, whatever that card's called? I have 3 copies. Don't worry, I have that card. Unfortunately, I tested for this event a week prior, and I didn't have such great success with it. It was probably my build overall, but I don't think that card is great in this version of Traptrix. Space was crazy tight. I didn't feel like I needed to play that card. Yes, it can sit any spell trap from my deck face down. It's another form of protection. But by all means, I did get Evenly once. I got Lightning Stormed once. And that Lightning Storm just didn't matter because I was losing that game regardless. I made this deck to where I didn't need Lord of Heavenly Skies. You know, everything was chainable. So if I had Lightning Storm when it mattered, I could chain my Sanctum. I can chain all this stuff. I didn't feel the need to play that card. I feel like that card could have been something else. You know, like either a Nibiru, a hand trap, or an actual trap. It's not for this deck, I think, going forward. However, please comment down below. Let me know what great success you've had with that Heavenly Skies prison card. Overall, we had 10 wins throughout the whole event and 5 losses. You know, losing 3 times day 1 and the twice day 2. That's a personal and team record as well. Again, it felt like a mini YCS. Had a great time facing my opponents, you know, doing some deck profiles. It felt nice doing deck profiles at events again. And yeah, that's probably going to be it. So yeah, hit me up if you want some Team Bortle merch. Or again, subforbortle if you're not a part of Bortle Nation. It's that easy and it's free. Oh God, yes. Until next time, everyone. Bortle out.